Welcome to the party.
Florida just keeps rolling.
Almost like they were trying to go hit for hit.
Good evening. This is the Blueshirt Barn Hockey Show with myself, Tom Murphy, and Jerry Spangenberg over on the other side.
Welcome to the party.
And, you know, Florida just keeps rolling, and they plowed Carolina last night. I was a little surprised because I thought Carolina had a real good shot to win game one, being that Florida went. 7 games with Toronto was kind of a physical series, and I kind of thought Carolina at home might have the edge, but they
I
got
ain't,
demolished at
I
home.
ain't gonna lie. They looked a little scared last night. They didn't look like they were playing their game. It was almost like they were trying to go hit for hit with Carolina or with Florida
And that's
instead
a
of
big
playing their
problem.
game. Yeah, they looked a
Big
little
problem that they
nervous
will
last
not
night.
win that game.
Like their game is basically just get it in the zone and get a guy on a half wall and pin you in your zone. It was more like they were just trying to just I don't know
Go tit for
try
tat with them, and
yeah.
it's not. Eddie Olczyk commented on that during the game last night, and I thought it was a great comment because he kept saying, he goes, I don't think this is the game Carolina wants to play. And you know something? He was right. And to be really honest with you, too, Carolina's deficiency in goal keeps coming up because Freddie Anderson's a very good player, but he's not a great player.
Yeah.
Bobrovsky is, I get he's getting a little older, but he's still great,
And
and
they
he can
they
steal
were
games.
they were doing the same things that Toronto was doing. They just dump the puck in and wing it around the boards. Like you can't do that with his goaltender. He gets his hands on it and he just moves it right out of the zone. You
Yeah,
gotta lob it in the corners on this guy, and so there's hang time on the puck, so you can get your guys in position.
but again, too, like going back to Carolina, everyone around the league says they draft really well, this, that, and their salary cap's good, and this, that, and the other thing. But the goaltending has been an issue for years, and it's
Yeah,
like I have a stat here. They're 0-13 when they get to the conference final since 2006, and they
yeah,
won the cup that year. So, like when they get to the later rounds, like they get demolished, and
yeah.
if
It's
they
that's
lose
sad.
tomorrow, forget it. That series is over. They go back to
Yeah,
Florida, they'll get killed.
yeah. Well, both of our picks were Florida in six,
Yeah, I took
so I
Florida
mean,
in 6, but it might not even go 6.
yeah. No, you're right.
In other things like with the Rangers a little bit to shift gears away from the playoffs. I mean, by the way, Edmonton and Dallas are tied 1-1 right now, so they're about not even halfway through the second period. But Sullivan, they say, reached out, and that's his MO. He's a very good communicator with his players, Tamika Zibanejad. But I saw something that was kind of a little funny, and I thought it made some sense this week, from a guy in, I'm assuming he's from Detroit. Wing Raider was his name. So
Hmm.
obviously he's very into the Red Wings. And, it was a band of jazz at the World Championships playing for Sweden, his home country. A lot of Swedes in Detroit. So, would that be a place Zibanejad might want to go? I don't know. I don't know if the Rangers are going to ask him to waive his no trade. Just something to speculate on because he obviously holds all the cards with that. So,
Yeah. Yep.
it's something that it's kind of interesting because like I say, they obviously if you want to be traded, you'd probably want to be traded to a place where you know people, you're friendly with people,
Yeah.
whatever, obviously. And it was actually an interesting take by that guy, and I thought it was a really good take considering some of the other baloney you see on the internet. And We'll
You know,
see where that goes. But another stat, just to hit real quick, Zibanejad, after the first of the year when they moved him to right wing, he had 28 points in 25 games. So moving away from center maybe
that,
helped him,
that made a difference.
but going forward, what does that do to your glut of wings that the Rangers have in their
Hmm.
like Othman, Berard, these other kids in Hartford? If you move him to the right wing, if Sullivan thinks that's where his best spot is,
Now you got
what
a
does that
log
do to
jam.
those guys? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They get pushed down the depth chart. So,
I mean,
uh,
we read the other day that Sullivan contacted him personally and talked to him. So to
and
me,
that's his
that
game.
kind of that he finds him valuable if he's going to contact him directly. You know what I mean? Because if they were going to move him, to me, he wouldn't reach out personally to him. And so I don't know. I feel like he sees potential or something, and he sees
Maybe he's
value in him.
feeling them out like, hey, do you want to be here? Do you not want to be here? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure how that conversation went. Like, we don't have that information, so we'll see how that goes in the coming weeks. You know what I mean? But just something I thought was kind of interesting, though. You know what I mean?
But if I was
It,
the coach, I'd be looking at that exact stat because you see his stats all season long in the last 25 games when he got moved. That makes a difference. That makes a
it
real
does.
difference.
But what does that do to the younger guys? Like, does that pushes them further down? You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
Because obviously, if he's playing right wing, Othman's not playing right. Well, he's playing right wing, but he's playing it on a lesser line. You know what I mean? Like, he's
Hmm.
getting bumped down to third line minutes or whatever. You know what I mean? And that's not ideal either. So we'll see where that goes. And like I said, a couple other little quick notes here. I mean, Jeff Blashill was hired by the Chicago Blackhawks. He's
Saw
a
that.
disciple of John Cooper. Bounced around. He was the head coach of the Red Wings, coached numerous other places. So we'll see where that goes. You know,
I feel bad. That's a disaster out there.
yeah, it's Chicago's not the job it used to be. But
It's only a
we'll
matter of
see where
time
that.
before that Connor Bedard wants to get out of there.
Yeah, there's already rumblings about that, but
Yeah.
we'll see where that goes. And like I say, other than that, I don't have too much more than that. We have a good game going on here. I think this is going to be a really competitive series
Yes.
between
This
Dallas
one.
and Edmonton.
This one may go seven. I believe they're
Yeah,
both playing very solid hockey. So.
yeah,
Except for the
and
Eastern Conference Final, I think the Florida Panthers are going to be hanging out a while and getting some rest while these guys
maybe
battle it
they'll be
out.
playing golf down there in Sawgrass or wherever they play.
Yep. I appreciate you all coming here and tuning in. For all you that are watching, comment down below your picks on your Eastern Conference and your Western Conference Final. Let us know what you think. Also, comment below on what your thoughts are on Mika Zibanejad, possibly going to the Detroit Red Wings. Check
Or
us
anywhere
out,
else would help.
or anywhere else to help. Check us out on Instagram at Blueshirt Barn Hockey. Check us out on Spotify and YouTube Podcast. We will see you all next time. Peace.
Thank you. Have a great night.